Saban has been lobbying Trump to try to come up with a solution, potentially via executive order, to help the current NIL mess that's taken over college athletics. There is a settlement that is progressing. Judge Claudia Wilkin, I believe her first name is Claudia, Judge Wilkin's courtroom, there will be a sign-off on a settlement soon that would give each college the ability to essentially pay a little bit over $20 million a year, growing at a 4% annual rate for players to play. There's also still an actual NIL component to this, but effectively each school would have a salary cap of around $20 million that they could allocate as they see fit. A lot of schools are going to allocate their dollars based on the revenue that those dollars produce. Almost immediately, there will be a Title IX lawsuit. So my suggestion here, there is a bill that is pending that they are trying to pass that Congress is working on that would codify, for instance, an antitrust exemption for college athletics so they couldn't be sued all of the time. Whether or not that bill passes, I suspect that what the president could do via executive authority is not dissimilar to what he tried to do when it came to men and women's sports. He can give what he believes is the full force of federal law as the executive branch enforcer of that law and give his interpretation of how the law should govern. The president saying Title IX does not apply to the $20 million is incredibly important. Because if Title IX applies, it's not going to work. $10 million is going to go to women's athletes, and most of those women's athletes are not going to have any actual economic value. This could still lead to lawsuits and likely would still lead to lawsuits, but the president's executive authority via this order, in conjunction with the plaintiff settlement and potentially a bill that is working its way through the Senate and the House, Ted Cruz, Cory Booker, Jim Jordan, they're all involved in this case. That could go a long way, I think, towards trying to create some form of solution that has some ability to make college sports less of the wild, wild west. And that is what I think the relationship between Nick Saban and Donald Trump is focused on to a large extent right now.